My name is Craig Towler, and I'm the community organizer with the Center for People with Disabilities. My journey to become, affiliated with CPWD and work full-time in advocacy started really with my own story in being a self-advocate for myself when I lost my legs in 2016. It was on July 4th, 2016. I lived in Boulder, Colorado, and was parked in front of my house just like I do every day after work. And I was unloading some things from the back of my vehicle, and all I remember is feeling an impact. I was pushed against the back of my vehicle, and I looked down and saw that both of my legs had been crushed and that they were barely still attached except for just pieces of skin, and I could see very vividly bone fragments shattered on the ground and a lot of blood everywhere, and immediately knew that something really bad had happened. It was caused by a distracted and impaired driver who was driving down the street, who was not only impaired but also texting, and crashed into my roommate at the time's car, who was parked behind me, pushing that car forward and crushing my legs between the bumpers. And I remained in intensive care for just over a week, and then I was moved to Boulder Community Hospital and remained in inpatient rehabilitation for over a month. The first thing I realized that there was really a lack of resources and information provided to me to help facilitate the transition from hospital to home. And there was, definitely a very big gap in that care that was missing and would have been really valuable. But there are, large issues in our society that affect all people with disabilities. And that was something that really I knew was important and wanted to work to expand my advocacy. And then you kind of learn how a lot of these issues that we deal with during self-advocacy are sometimes built into the systems through policy and through laws. And that's when we need to take a different approach, a systemic approach to solving those issues. And that's where systems advocacy falls in.
With the full support of the Center for People with Disabilities, Craig is now advocating to pass Colorado Bill HB 1136. This bill modifies Colorado's current prosthetic coverage law, so health insurance plans will be required to cover an additional prosthetic device necessary for physical activity.
Yeah, so right now, under current Colorado insurance coverage, insurance companies are only have to give you one set of prosthetics that is deemed medically necessary. This bill would increase that coverage so that every person would be entitled to a secondary prosthesis specific to recreational activities and being active, such as a running leg or blade. And these are specific for walking, where running prosthetic is specific for running. And we're trying to get access to both of those because we should be able to walk and run if we choose to.
Out of pocket, these devices can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 each.
It's found that access to activities and being active leads to a more healthy lifestyle and higher quality of life. So not only as a member of the limb loss community myself, do I understand the importance of physical activity, but from a disability rights perspective, it's extremely important to make sure every person has the independence and agency to make choices about their quality of life independently and not be forced to get approval from some third party or doctor to tell them what is necessary and what is not for their own life.
On March 1st, 2023, government leaders and members of the disability community gathered at the Denver Capitol for Disability Rights Advocacy Day. Bill HB 1136 was one piece of legislation spoken about.
There shouldn't be a dollar sign attached to the pathway of healthy living. There's no one lane for everything, and there's no one lane for life. You can be part of making a difference, and you can be part of mobility for all.
We need to let the people that represent us know what's important to us because they represent us. And this is something that's vital to our community.
So Rep. David Ortiz, represent Littleton and Centennial. Really excited to have so many people and allies living with a disability coming here and supporting the work, because that's how we get the work done. We need your voice here. We need to be working together to make sure we can finally secure basic access.
So please reach out to your representatives, and as their constituent, they're going to listen to you. And if they see a lot of people and support from the community saying that this issue is important to you, they're going to listen.